Rob Baker, the guy who gave the TED Talk on job crafting, he also offered this diagram as a way to help yourself process how you'll engage in job crafting. So this chart allowed me to take different activities at work, and they're labeled here with letters. So each of these letters represents something I do at work. And I placed them on this chart relative to each other for how they drain or give energy. And he called it a love and loathe chart. But looking at it all laid out here, these activities relative to each other, helped me to process, okay, I have some activities here on the extremes, like F drains a lot of energy. So I'm going to ask myself some questions when I'm thinking about job crafting. And then I have some items on the right there that give a lot of energy. And this just helped me process. And I did make some changes in response to processing that way. This is another example of how I've used diagrams. So I was part of a group discussion. Our prompt is here. I did something during this sense maker discussion that I don't normally do, which was awesome. I took notes, visual notes as I listened. So I didn't engage in the discussion. I didn't say anything because I was focused on taking notes to capture what others were saying. So how has your relationship with yourself changed or evolved over time? And this is really just what everyone said. These are not my thoughts. This is what came of the discussion. So no one used the expression everyone's cup of tea, but that just kept coming up. Like, there are certain things about myself that can be challenging for others. And when I'm exploring my relationship to myself and I'm recognizing that, well, can I be okay with it? That was a question someone posed. And so that was the image that I drew. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And throughout the discussion, there were different topics people were bringing up that they thought impacted the degree to which you're okay with not being everybody's cup of tea. Being the middle child, being the oldest, being the youngest, so birth order, whether or not you have children, how comfortable you are with being alone, and age. So over time, as we age, we sometimes we differ in the degree to which we're okay with ourselves. And so I just drew that little diagram to demonstrate that change, that fluctuation over time as you age. And another thing that kept coming up in the conversation were just the idea of dealing with our own extremes. Sometimes I'm this, sometimes I'm that, and how can I find a more middle way? So I drew these diagrams to capture that part of the conversation. And the extremes aren't necessarily negative on one end, positive on the other. Sometimes it's just, this and that, but they're different. And can I or should I find a middle way? So sometimes I'm more of, not speaking of me, but in the discussion, someone brought this up, being a hermit versus being a doormat. and figuring out a way to balance what I need with what others need. A lot of this was just trying to find the middle way, trying to find balance. So I thought demonstrating it with this type of diagram would capture the meaning.